KHORNE, the special faction that is KHORNE. I was just doing a little bit of unit testing off screen. Seems like a lot of the new stuff is pretty strong. But we're gonna just test it out, see if we can come up with some recommendations for a good KHORNE build. Yeah, at least against Slaanesh Chosen, they're doing pretty well. A lot of these units. Today, the tournament is kind of stacked with good players. So it's going to be a tricky one for sure. We'll see how creative. It's been a while since I've played KHORNE, so we'll see how creative I can get. But we're just here to explore kind of what the units feel like, and maybe put together an idea of what the build could be. Looks like I have the anime the first one. My poor clanmate. He is playing Skaven, I think. Let me just double check. Playing Slaanesh. Okay. Slaanesh used to be a really tough matchup. It used to be... Oh, this is a really big map, too. I'm going to struggle on this map. But... Maybe I'll just post this link. Slaanesh for the Slaanesh gods. Thrones for the throne lord. Okay. Yeah. So Slaanesh used to be a really bad. This used to be a really bad matchup for Slaanesh, and the reason was that, um, basically, I have Corngors. I got to check to see how they are. Essentially, why this matchup was bad was because Slaanesh doesn't have great, or didn't have great, Mino killing power. Let's see if I can figure out how that corresponds. This map is also really bad for me because it's pretty large. So we'll have to think a little bit on how I'm going to handle the size of the thing. So let's say we do something like this to start with. And then I expect him to bring maybe an Exalted Keeper of Secrets. So maybe I'll even think about bringing Scarbrand. Mostly for the rampage, but maybe this isn't the right approach. Maybe the right approach instead is to go really cheap. Like, how much is this guy? 68 speed's a little too slow, I think. With all the new things, me to just bring Valkia feels a little small brain. Cheap Arwol. He's super fast, so I could keep him out of danger. And then I kind of want to try this one. And then, oh, I forgot to see how that sounds. I wanted to check that out. All right. He's pretty pricey though. I don't know how I feel about that. So, I mean, maybe better than bringing this guy is to bring. I want to bring a little extra mobility just because the map is so big. And then, question is, do I bring any Marauder Horsemen? I kind of feel like I bring one. What's the cheapest lord I can bring these days? I'm not sure. And what if I bring, if I did something like this, and then 900 to get rid of something like that, maybe. And then I'm basically relying on Arbol and Scylla to kill an enemy lord if he brings a big enemy lord. Um, let's see. Could upgrade some Marauders. I could downgrade Hounds of the Blood Hunt. Maybe I'll just put another ability on this guy. Spend doesn't really work out. 1250, not enough for a Minotaur. And then if I did this, I put you as 751. You, it's a little weird. Um, does this fix things? And then I could try to take this off or put one on. The spends are so awkward here. Not a fan. What if something like this? Now I could put another ability on. Mostly the secondary has no infantry. I would probably take that off, put another blood beast on. Man, this is so hard to think about all the new stuff. And then for 25, take this rampage off. I would rather have the Arwar one. And now and then how much is that? So not really enough to get anything else relevant. I think I'm just done. But 175 gold is gonna kill me. What if I do another horseman? Does this fix my problems? Well, it doesn't fix my problems, but it does change them. I can foresee this not being enough infantry, um, like to only have one in the secondary, but let's just slap an extra ability on Arbol and call it a day. So Arbol, let's give you 150 seems like too many kills. I didn't actually test this yet, but I guess we can see if it's any good. All right, so I think I'm gonna go with this. Take a Skull Reaper, Space Pope says. Skull Reaper is the... Skull... Too many things with skulls. Skull Reaper, Slaughter Brute. Blood Crushers, Skull Crusher. Which one is the Skull Reaper? Oh, Skull Reaper. So, I mean, I don't hate that idea. Trade out some of the cheaper infantry, but the reason that I'm bringing the cheap infantry on this map specifically, I'll bring more elite infantry in the future. The reason that I'm bringing the cheaper stuff is just because this map is so big that I feel like if I don't bring it, I'll be in trouble. And then I'm going to rely on Minotaurs and these Blood Beasts to do most of my damage in Scylla if he brings a big lord. I guess I can just ready up. Yeah, I'm also trying to play like wider today because I feel like in the past I've been neglecting infantry a little bit. And in fact, if I wanted to, like, I could even consider something like this where I drop the Lord. Let's just try this. Bring another Blood Beast. I like them because they're fast here, so I really want fast things to get to points. And then just an extra infantry. And then I have very little mobility now. That's a little bit of a problem. What if, can I bring 2 dogs? 2 dogs and I need to get rid of 100. Yeah, I've just caused myself more anguish. What if I drop this, bring this? Then I'm like full mobility. I like that. I'm a lot wider now. Not better at taking any particular fights, but maybe a little better at holding points. And somebody has pinged me. There's somebody talking about the videos. It was nice of them. Yeah, so I mean, if you haven't already seen, I'm doing a build for beginners on my channel, and this is me just kind of playing with the new units, getting a feel for what I should make what recommendations I should make. But which point is he gonna go to? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'm gonna go with this one. I know ideal scenario is that you like randomly choose which points you go to. I'm gonna do 2 here. Yeah, I'm gonna try to play with a lot less finesse today. I'm gonna try to play like a proper. Let's hope I don't lose Arbol right away. Oh, actually, I can bring these guys all the way up. Oh, that's nice. And then I think I just go to the middle. Okay. Yeah, Via is going to be a tough opponent. It's a good map for him, and a very pretty map. Mostly desert. Like trees over there. See that? There's like trees all around the outside. I guess they're mirages. But okay. He's ready. I'm ready. Let's go. Interesting that I don't see any of his units right away. I would have thought that he would open with 4 Marauder Horsemen. Okay, there are some of the Marauder Horsemen. And we have Azazel. We'll just bring these guys back. Unit of Fiends. Makes sense. Okay, these guys can come out here. And then what we're gonna do this game is we're gonna kind of punish a little bit. So what do we have? Marauders? I'm fine with Marauders. All right, my next summon's gonna be a Blood Beast. Let's see. Nope. All right. So somehow KHORNE Marauders are actually worse than you put that over there. You come over across. You can charge there. See how you do. You can charge here. Come around the back. All right, you can stay there. All right, you come over here. You charge. All right. Rampaged. That's fine. Let's bring you over here. Now I bring our Blood Beasts in. Hopefully it's not. All right. We're gonna come back. All right. We're just gonna bounce around a little bit. So we have the points. Completely forgotten to watch those guys, so that's fine. All right. Then I'll just do this thing. And then, well, that was good. I'll save that for later. Fleshhounds continuing to feast. All right. What is he going to do? So he's going to come over to the side. But I think if he comes over to the side, that's okay. I can also summon this. Where is that? Okay, that unit's all the way over there. Bring you here. Kill them. Those. All right. He's already running away. Bring you back. Actually put you and you and you come down here. You can come back. You can kill that. Come in, fight the fiends. Kill the furies. Oh, there's a chariot there. Might start waiting for another. All right, bring you back. I'm gonna wait to bring another anti-large boy in. Now would be a good unit to use this. Good time to use this. Let's see if I can get it on this actually. It'll die soon. There we go. Spawn a corn. Squish, squish, squish. All right. Rotate to the middle a little bit. Let's see. So he has a chariot there. Boop. All right, so he's losing a lot here in the center. I'm going to preemptively summon another Mino Great Weapon because... okay, back. You take the charge. All right, that's fine. You can actually... I'm just going to push out with the spawn. We're going to send one Korngor over there. And then let's bring you in. I have a lot of stuff over here now, so if he wants to try to fight me here, I'm like not unhappy with that. Get the infantry back in the pool. I'm gonna need that. Okay, and actually let's swing you over. I have 2 dogs there. And make use of the terrain a little bit here and actually post up on the other side. So he's going to take a long time to deal with that. Right. You can come back, and you were forgotten about. All right, and just retreat. You can come over here. You're still getting a position. All right. Now the goal here is to bring them close enough to the Minos that the Minos can do a lot of the damage. All right, he's already retreating with it. But I'm still up. Let's just get some support in there. I'm not going to overextend. Look at all of this stuff that he has here. Like he's gonna have a hard time dealing with that. And I've captured his other point in the meantime. And I don't need to overextend in any way. Arguably, I should not take this fight at all. And bring you here. I'm gonna be a little patient with this. The Exalted Demonettes? Indeed. All right, so you have all this mobility, and I have like pretty good anti-mobility tools here. Are you really gonna come attack me now? All right. How do I divide the infantry? Maybe I've split too much here. That's fine. Not a big deal. All right, that was a little bit bad of me. I was out of position there. Now he's got to pick where he's going. I can just get some Warhounds over here to saturate. All right. I'll just be a little careful here. All right. Let's say cannot die. It's that one, right? All right, he's gonna take a lot of damage there. See if he catches me on the blob. Exalt the Demonettes need to be answered. He's losing a lot right there. He'll lose the point eventually. How quickly, I don't know. Yeah. All right, let's bring you in. Let's just... All right. All right. I have the center again, or at that point again. Let's just get something here quick. You can run a little bit. That's fine. Yeah, I think this has gone poorly for him. And so basically, all I need to do here is stay really secure. I don't need to over-engage or anything. The time is gonna click. It's gonna start ticking up very quickly. I don't need even. I guess I can defend there. There's no real reason that I shouldn't engage there. And then for these, I can actually just kind of kill them with this. Just get a lot of like burst damage on them. All right. And we're going to move you slightly up the hill so we can be faster to respond. Look how much time he's had to take dealing with this. So, yep, we bring you back in. We can retreat, that's fine. Reset our charge bonus. All right, let's bring you over. Let's bring you here. All right, bring you back. Okay. Yeah, I mean, like, this is a pretty big win for me, too. But I think that's time. Well, GG to Via. I think I knew what he was going to do here, and going really wide helped a lot. I think, because I can just be really solid. Don't need it to overextend or anything. And if he wants to go all the way around, like maybe like taking that engagement on the left side, that was a good one though. The Korngors were nice. They're fast, pretty sticky. Didn't do insane damage. Arbol did pretty well actually with his explosion. And the spawn summon was nice. Blood Beasts did fine. I think honestly, like, yeah, the Korngors were just nice because it was hard to not fight on top of them. But let me just go congratulate or say GG. Put in the score for the round. Fresh Kaiser, I'm using the debug camera. There's a way that you can use, you can select debug camera in the, it's like some specific file that you can change it to, and it gives you a bigger zoom. So I'm a fan of that. Um, Kill, hi Sill or Kill. You have to let me know how it is. If it is Kill for the Skull Thrones. Kill for Corn. There we go. Hi Sterngard. Thanks everyone for tuning in so far. So I can actually advance already. I'm gonna advance it and then be back in a second. And just put this up for a second. All right. And I'm back. So somebody's telling me that they got 2 Swiss points. I gotta fix that. Okay, and my new opponent is who? Kark. But Kark beat me in the last tournament, so it's his turn to take a loss, right? Let's see. Fixed. All right, I'll message Kark. I'm pretty sure Kark is playing vampires. What's the map? Altar of the Champion. Actually a pretty good map for vampires. Um, let's see. So, yeah, let's see. Yeah, fresh, not a mod. Um, but okay, need to figure out how to play Khorne against vampires. The way that you used to play this matchup was to bring Chosen that have the fire damage, and they just do so much damage to infantry, and then you would just outgrind. Now we have more fire piercing, fire tools. Um, let's think. Ugh. So I'm tempted to bring. All right, let's see the most like ridiculous army that I can do. Um, leadership, damage. But I don't want to out. I don't want to try to outgrind vampire counts. That seems like a losing proposition. This might be a good matchup to bring the new skull cannon. This thing does mostly AP damage. I always think it's a trap to try to outgrind or out single entity vampire counts. I feel like it's the thing that you think that you want to do, and then in reality, it almost never helps. The Marauder Horsemen of Khorne, because they're just so cost effective against things like a Mortis engine. A lot of things have fire resistance on the roster. Let's think what to do for a Lord. Let's try Skull Taker. Let's see how expensive he is. Just checking what his items are. If people have suggestions too in this matchup, definitely let me know. I'm curious to hear. Do these have... They don't have fire. No fire. All right. As much as I want to bring Skull Taker, he feels wrong. I bring Valkia. The cheapest Valkia I can. Demon Shields, Spear. And then, so she's 1700. Still seems pricey. All right, so, oh, we have Tormentor Sword now? Okay, that's new. And a Mortis engine? No, not a Mortis engine. So you're 1400 for decent stats, but not great health. And how much are you on your this guy? 1500, but no items. We can try Skull Taker. Oh, you're not the one with the Flesh Hound. I did like the Flesh Hound last time with Arbol, but we'll bring Skull Taker this time and see how it feels. Is this worth bringing? Just for armor and immune to flanking. All right, we'll leave that one on. Now, let's do something like this. I want to bring either that one or one of these ones. So this one doesn't have fire damage, which is not ideal. Okay. Then a bunch of marauders. Is it possible to turn that into a good spend? I mean, I want to bring this item because he's going to be useless otherwise. Yeah, let's take it off. We can just get more marauders. And then 1551. Bring all of the infantry. And then, am I really going to get this thing to pay itself back? I feel like it's going to be a little underwhelming. What if instead of doing this then, I bring this one? Oh, it was even more expensive. All right. Well, back to 400 you go. And then what if I bring... Let's think. Maybe another Mino. Um, Not gonna bring much mobility this time because they're not really gonna be that useful. All right, and then I guess I'll just bring one of these. All right. Good luck, have fun to Kark. Trying to avoid playing this tournament too skirmish heavy. I feel like it's been getting me in trouble recently. So how I'm gonna play this is I'm gonna split my elite infantry, put one on point one and one in point three, and then if he summons a Mortis engine, I'm gonna whichever point he sends the Mortis engine to, I'm gonna leave that point with the elite infantry. It's the hope, at least. Because I won't be able to, unless I can shoot it with the throwing axes, the Mortis engine is going to do a lot of damage. So the goal is to just stay away from the Mortis engine. If I'm fighting on top of it, I'm losing. That's cool. Little things floating in the air. So really far forward Vanguard points. Maybe I should have taken more advantage of that. Right. So two. Maybe I should put them in guard mode. Let's see. All right, I'm ready. All right, let's see what he brought. Morris Engine. 2 Vargolfs. Heinrich Kemmler and the White King. All right. 2 Vargolfs. Ferocious. So if he's not going to contest this point at all, I'm just going to take it for free. Against a Morris Engine, I think I just summon more chaff. The next Marauder Horseman will definitely come. Let's take you off fire at will. I think I'm going to need all your ammo. Zombies are going there. We'll bring one guy over. Heinrich Kemmler, you are in a lot of danger. So now you guys can come here. See, can you fire? Nope. Kind of wish I had a better Lord now. Is that the Morris Engine? No. All right, come back here. There's the Morris Engine. Two here. Is that Blood Knights? No, Black Knights. All right, so I need something to deal with. I might just summon a little bit more infantry. And then all right, so he's got like a death blob going on. Let's get this on and start throwing things. All right, I'm a little over allocated there. All right, you guys can come back. Three. Let's shoot the Vargeists. All right, let's shoot the Morris Engine. All right, retreat. You can eat this instead. You can come back over here. All right, let's kill the corpse cart. All right, as soon as he moves this blob off, we're just going to take the blob, or we're just going to take the point. All right, he's going to die pretty quickly. Let's just speed that up a little bit too, so we can get out of there. All right. Now you can throw here. Let's actually bring the last one out. All right. And now you need to get out of here. Actually, let's bring you over and shoot at the Morris Engine. Two, this one, did. All right. Let's see, are you gonna escape? And then let's shoot the Morris engine. You can shoot that. All right, just rip shots, put you all in guard mode. Rip shots of the Morris engine. Can you hit it? See if I can get you out, salvage that. All right. Are you killing the Morris engine? All right, come on. It's almost dead. This is the biggest threat to my entire army. Come on, kill it. All right, goodbye. Great. All right, so that's really good. Without the Mortis engine, that's like my biggest threat right now in this game. I mean, I guess I can save my Lord too. That would be nice. Let's see. So let's just shoot you. You can shoot that. All right, let's see if I can get you out while I have a second. Come on. Come on, 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 come on. And he's out. Get out of there, get out of there, get out of there. Nice. So let's just make sure that this back cap fails. He's losing by so much. All right, here, you can come rescue him. Be nice if you stop doing that. All right. I'll come kill the Vargulfs. Please save my lord. You can come over here. All right. And then I think, yeah, it's time for some heavy hitters. Now that I'm not as worried about... Come on, get my lord, please chill. I mean, I honestly think that I'm kind of winning that fight too. I think he already, yeah, he already needs the center. Actually, let's just charge you in there. Let's unsummon you. My lord can go chill in the back for the rest of the game. See if I can shatter the... I might save up for blood beasts now. Then I don't need to let him onto the point. I don't really need to stop him, but I don't need to let him. And if I capture this point, I think that's going to be really hard for him to come back. And look at these things go. The new... Look at that. I mean, granted, this is their ideal matchup, right? So hard to say for sure if that's like representative, but that's pretty insane. I can just use you here. Let's do this. And then, all right. Yeah, so losing the Morris engine for him was really problematic because I went very elite with this build. And the only thing that he had to kill my elite stuff is the was his Morris engine, but he couldn't. Let's just seal the deal. I mean, the thing is, I can let him take the center point. It's not even that big of a deal at this point. All right. I can be patient. I'm not in a hurry. I'm just gonna wait. I'm gonna summon the Minotaur, and if he when he eventually comes back to this point, he's gonna take so much. Um, it's gonna be take a lot of damage basically for him to deal with that. Ooh, that's nice. Good timing on that. Yeah, I mean, like they're not worth anything, but it's still useful because like I have to clear the chaff at some point, and he's never gonna win this now. I mean, it's just so much time, and his units are so slow. These things are still fighting with 4 models. That would be funny if I had an unbreakable rage. Why not? I'll give them a little buff. All right, well, Horse Engine is back. I can unsummon this, but he's not gonna have enough time now. I can bring you into a better position. And this is kind of what I was saying. He can use the Vargulfs are doing a lot of damage. It seems like they benefited a lot from the buff. Fighting to the end, which is admirable, but there's realistically no chance he has anymore. And see what I meant about the Minotaurs. That like his single entity blob would eventually be really punished by um the Minos. Okay, unbreakable rage? No, didn't work. Did he ever capture that? Yeah, he did. Don't even need to do anything fancy, honestly. Be a little sneaky about that. Replace the infantry. I could have even moved that back on. He can't hold everything. GG cart. All right. All right, let's see. Yeah, Bob. I mean, the thing is about the Wrathmongers in this matchup is that it's a horrible test for them because you could do this and get the same value with Chosen of Corn before the patch. Just because this matchup relies on everything with regeneration, and it's really hard to kill them if you don't have a Morris engine. Like the Crypt Horrors don't do a great job because they lose the weakness to fire, so they get -20, and then like none of the infantry is strong enough. So really, you have to rely on the Morris engine or some like big monster. And yeah, I mean this is strong for sure, but not a good test to tell if they're like broken OP because, like I said, you can get this value before with Chosen of Corn in this matchup. So um, we'll check them out in other matchups and see how they're feeling. But the fire damage definitely helps them a lot. But yeah, I mean this kind of went down like I was expecting, right? It was he had to spread out for capturing the points, and then as soon as he did, I was able to jump on the Mortis engine with and just focus fire it down. Um, all right. Let's see where the bracket's at. Almost done. The throwing axes were like the strongest thing in this game. The Vargulfs were interesting. They did well. Seems like they've gotten buffed a lot from the patch. I could see them like chunking through infantry. We'll go look back and look at that real quick. Just see. Well, I'll be back in a second. All right, let's see. Yeah, I just want to look at the Vargulf, see how the Vargulfs perform. Gold Taker was a little underwhelming, but I guess he's an anti-infantry, and even his White Kings are on a horse. Nice, missed. A decent connection there. I mean, he's not doing a lot of damage. His AP, yeah, his AP is not that big. Mostly AP, but not like huge. Let's see the Vargulfs. Vargulfs in action. Dun 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 dun. That poor Marauder at the beginning of the game. But I can't fight him here in this death blob, right? There's like 4 dangerous single entities and a Morris engine. Clearly he was expecting either monsters or more likely the cannons. It's a good cannon tech, Vargulfs. And yeah, I mean, he was right in thinking that I couldn't easily retreat from this blob. All of his like mobility core is much faster than mine. But he took pretty big damage with the Black Knight at the beginning. I mean, honestly, I should just turn the Minos around here. But look at the Vargulfs eating Minos alive. Yeah, the Vargulfs are destroying those Minos. How are these doing? What are they even fighting? Yeah, they're fighting things that have regen, or they have hunger. Good timing on the second summon. Minotaur is just like didn't stick around very long. There's one Mino all the way in the back. What are you doing over there? It's probably why this thing is routing, because it's saying that it's being attacked from behind. Exposed flank. Are you getting corpse carded? You are. Or these var guys just die on the residual ammo. And this is how you beat vampire counts. You just get all your Marauder horsemen, put them in guard mode in a big circle, and shoot. Um, yeah, I mean, Bumpy, I like basically did that this game. Like this was the Wrathmonger, and then I brought the ROR Slaughter Guard because it has the fire damage. Um, so we'll see. We'll see about if I bring more than one at some point later. Then Mortis is dead. The Minotaurs aren't really fighting very well. They're like glitching out or something. Fighting zombies. Not swinging in the front. All right, there we go. Now he's fighting. Be cool if there was like an ROR Mino that had fire damage. I don't know if he is. And he's got this 3 heals. Okay, let's see if the next game's up. Oh, actually, I wanted to watch one more thing with the Vargeists. So the Vargeist, all of the damage they just did was basically against Mino's great weapons. Yeah, that's not like insane damage or anything. Well, let's see if when they... I wanted to see them charge infantry. Desperation dogs. He's pretty slow on this thing. 60 speed after the... Slower than a horse on his... Gore Beast or whatever it is. I'm just pathing through. Corn Gores did pretty well. Got a lot of ideal targets this game. And then I wanted to see this. So it's the VAR guys basically that are killing the warmongers. So even if they do well into the Vargulfs, they're still probably losing overall. Those did like no damage. I'm missing all those hits. 55 melee defense is very high. So a lot of their damage was against things that were healing the whole game. So not even right really to say that these things won the fight. The Vargulfs do just eat them up. Which is interesting because the Vargulfs don't have higher melee attack than them. I mean, it's definitely the thing that kills them, though. Even if it takes a million years. Vargulfs are looking a lot stronger. I'm not sure exactly why they did so well in this fight. I guess it's just they're really high weapon strength. So they don't have to hit every hit. They're still doing a lot of damage. Okay, anyways. Vargulf OP. Alright, let's see. Is the next round good or we're still waiting? Let's tag my two opponents. Or not my two opponents, my two delinquents. Maybe they never responded. Maybe they just started really late. The 136. All right. Looks like they might have had a late start. They just finished. Okay. Okie dokie. The next map is Hag's Enclave. This is kind of a funky one. There's a melee attack buff in the middle. All right. Why can't I see them? All right, actually, let's just look at it for a second while we're waiting. I'm not that familiar with this map. I've actually never played on this map before. Hello. Okay. Still waiting. Skull Taker and ROR Wrathmonger. Skull Taker and ROR Wrathmonger. Yeah, that's super high. Which buff is it on the Skull Taker that does that? And hi Kenny, how you doing? Okay, so it does have Vanguard points, but not like super far forward. This is the melee attack buff. You can see here, plus 5%. Which is strong, but I like looked at it for a bunch of things and it wasn't much more than like, 4 or 5 melee attacks, so not really that big of a deal. So it looks like, yeah, I mean, these points are very close to each other and these are pretty far from each other. Kind of gives me an idea. Is it worth sending something to this center point? So I'll show you what I meant about the point not being that impactful. So these have 54 base value. 5% of 54 is like 2.5, which is, not that much at all. My personal opinion that I would love to see a map where these were bigger, so they become like a really legitimate. Oh, that was fast. Oh, I captured that like right away. I'd love to see these like more impactful, but not like game winning. Like it shouldn't be so strong that it impacts you, but it should still make some difference to the battle overall. Okay, I know what I'm gonna do. Let's just, all right. Advanced Swiss. Okay, next round is up. We are playing Captain Pinchy. Okay. Let's find our opponent. He found me. Ominous. So he is Slanesh. I'm definitely not going to play this exactly like I played the last one. I'm going to do something a little bit different here. Bombi, it probably is still worth it in general. I don't know. Maybe I try it out this game. Let's actually find out. Let's find out if it's worth it. Khorne for the Khorne God. I'm going to bring... So how is the AP ratios? Mostly armor piercing. Okay. Maybe this is the time to bring some Skull Reapers. Just to try them. All right. Let's see what we can do with this guy. I'm not sure if this is going to be worth. I didn't check to see how that could be really good in certain circumstances. I'll think about that one. Actually, is really... This affects just one unit? Is that this unit? I'm gonna not put that on. Unbreakable for 73 seconds? Are you kidding? Oh, but it's only one use. Um, then this one is better. All right. Now, let's see. All right. Kind of want one of these. I'm enjoying having them. Yeah, I mean, this is pretty expensive, honestly, but maybe it'll be okay. If I had to get rid of one of these, I mean, maybe this one? I don't know. Let's come back to it. Uh, so I'm bringing the Arwar dogs in this matchup because they trade reasonably well into fiends, so they're nice to have. Let's take you off. Go for this. Minos for the Minos throne. Then I think I liked having these last time. And then actually, I want to bring this guy too. Because of this item. He's just so expensive. So just bring those two. Say that instead of that, I'm gonna bring this. And then I'll probably take that one off. That one seems good, but it's just too pricey. And okay, so for the rest of the army, is it better to be having these Skull Reapers? Drop this one, drop that one. I'm back to having a larger amount. And then for the secondary, maybe one of the Korngors, one of these. What if I traded you out? Oh, it's like almost right for another one of these. I like their little icon. It's like a little hand. Um, okay, 25 gold. Nothing worse than that feeling. Take off, kill for the corn. Kill for the corn. Kill for the corn. And then, let's say instead of another dog, I just bring another marauder. All right, skulls for the skull throne. Let's do this. Or actually, can I trade out? No, it's not enough. I need 250 to get a Mino. All right, well, let's just bring this then. And then All right, let's give this a try. This is a lot more expensive than the other builds I've been playing today. So if I lose, it's going to be losing on capture weight, I'm going to guess. But I want to try out the new things, and trying out the new stuff is more important than winning this tournament. Got to do my research. Okay. We're going to be playing this in like the most Khorne way that we can, which is just straight Ongabunga. Can I hide? No, you do not hide. You do not hide. Be fun if that had so let's put you in guard mode. Skull Reapers. I feel like I said that a little bit like outer region. Skull Reapers. Okay. Small. Marauders can be spread out a little bit more. Marauders are the meat shields. Okay. Let's see how this goes. He's pretty elite in his build. So this does damage and decreases leadership. Strong versus units with 10 or more entities. This is everything. Oh, you cast it on one thing. Okay. This one is the heal, which I don't know how much damage it does. This one is a one target. Okay. So a lot of one targets, and then your buffs 35 meters isn't a lot. I'll have to be careful about fighting in a tiny area. 35 meters. Okay. Let's give it a try. So it has the horseman that I was expecting. Exalted Keeper is there. What did he put on the Keeper? Slanesh, Seductive Glory, Pavane, Slicing Shards. Okay. So what do you do if I do this? Did he just... Was that me? Oh, I didn't even notice. All right, we go up. They'll wait for Minotaur then. All right, so that did pretty good damage. All right, and then as soon as he gets over the hill, you move you back, you can move up. And then I think I'll just get stuff to buffer for now. All right, come back, please. That was a little too far. All right, we are just gonna go in. We're not gonna be coy about this. Oh my gosh, look at that. That's like a glitch on the map, probably. All right. Now, oops, forgot to put you in. All right, I need to capture his second point soon so that I'm not fighting on the... I think I want this. All right. We can retreat a little bit. Bring the corn gores around. No, you bring you here, you here. All right. And then, are these all marauders? They are indeed. We're gonna try to bait him on top of this. Not gonna get a free bite there. And because I have this thing, I can do damage from a distance. Yeah, I mean, you can try. All right. It's not gonna go well for you though. All right. So let's see. Can you come over here, please? You come back. He's gonna have to leave pretty soon. Shoot that, please. Waiting for my poor thing to get there. Right. So those will come back. I mean, it's an unfortunate start, but not game losing. He is taking damage for it, and he's losing time. Not a lot of either, but all right. We'll rescue the Mino in a second. Or maybe we just go and all right. I think I need that one. All right. Okay, we can let the Minos die. Wishing I had a second Mino now. Maybe we can get a little pick there. Tough luck with these. My holding my spawn is a little annoying. For sure. All right. At this point that I'm starting to feel like I should have brought more. All right, you're back. Turned your back to that. I can be patient. I'm gonna do a little juking. It's annoying that the Seekers kill like everything now. He's doing a good job protecting the blob, preventing the blob from being an issue. All right, we have battle. Probably should just summon faster things now. Shouldn't let him get those points for free though. And then it's this one. I should have played this like via anime. Played against via anime. All right. Or maybe like moving through the trees or something. All right. All right. We're just moving back. We expected you to do this. We have some answers here. All right, so I need to do I guess I should have done this over here. All right. Marauders are too slow for sure to be helpful. All right, I need to keep the Minos alive. They're the important ones here. All right, you fight that. Okay. What's the next thing? I think maybe the only thing that's gonna get here in time is the what is like killing their leadership so bad. All right, need to get this out of here. Man, the Seekers are just so difficult to deal with these days. Yeah, so I think the moral of the story is that I lose this because I didn't bring the more obvious build. But my opponent did a good job not falling into uh, not just like fighting on my blob. It's unfortunate for me that um, my that he like hard countered my blob build, but it's not going to happen a second time. Um, yeah, and I mean Seekers are just so dangerous now that they can uh, that they hard counter. I'll still play this a little bit longer. The fact that Seekers kill everything, including Minotaur's great weapons, is really difficult to deal with. So let's bring you around and then bring you on top of that. Okay. Yeah, so What would I do differently here? I'm definitely not blobbing, that's for sure. Um, and I'm not sure that he does any better than Via does if I just bring like a pretty wide mobility build here. Um, GG. GG to my opponent. But yeah, so I think also maybe this confirmed what I thought, that it's fun to do this, but there are very few maps, especially these days, where you actually can make good use of the like the tiny radius of the blood speaker. And the ROR skull cannon, it did do it didn't pay for itself, which is sort of like what I expected of it too. These were decent, not terrible, not not amazing. Funny enough, I feel like I was missing corn gores in this against this specific build. Like if I had had 4 corn gores, there's so few targets that he can fight without taking the anti-large penalty. Yeah, so maybe um these days, especially on the maps that they're playing, it's not worth bringing small small auras. Like 35 meters on a map that's or even on points that are 100 almost 100 meters across. You can't even control like the whole point. Granted, yeah. Well played to my opponent though. He did something very similar. Martinius did something similar to me when I was doing a blob. You just like run around, you catch all the reinforcements. Fight hour, thanks for filling me in. Yeah, bumpy, and the map was kind of hilly. Wasn't great ways of getting shots off. But I think I could say that like I didn't. What I could have done differently there was to move out of my like I have a strong blob. Move out of the spawn zone with the correct infantry combination. Like don't just summon like a Minotaur one at a time. I lose a lot of time that way. I guess that's kind of the issue. I can't easily control both points, but you could see that I was like mostly stabilized by the end for in terms of like holding both points at once. But then he just had enough. He'd built up enough of a value lead that he could roll over me. So I could have been more selective with my summons. Um, but I guess starting with the Minotaur and losing it right away, especially with the big Exalted Seeker, was problematic. But good game. Definitely taught me a little bit about the Blood Speaker. I mean, maybe you could just run him on foot and just use his heal and like hide him in the bushes or something. I don't know. Does he have? So 850 for a heal. I want to see. Let's actually just check to see if the round is over. We're still waiting. Let's just see how much the heal is. So it's 10% heal, and how much damage does it do? Oops. Alright, well that's fine. His buffs felt a little like underwhelming too. Like decent, but yeah, I guess they weren't bad honestly. So maybe the way that you play this guy is you run him on a horseback, and then you just use his buffs. Just use him as support lord. All right, Son of Heaven is done, so I'm gonna advance the Swiss. The last round, I get Alric on the ogres. Oh, I forgot to bring any other units. Oh, I have one. So it's this one. No, it's not that one. That's the damage spell. And then let me do the blood sacrifice. So about 500 damage? 700 damage? About 700 damage to him. Not insignificant. But okay. Hi, Tabith. Yeah, I can talk about. I could probably do a beginner guide for domination in general. That's a good idea. I'm actually going to be going on vacation towards the middle end of this week, so it'll have to be after this, but that's a great idea. Maybe I'll just start a list of videos that I wanted to. Beginner's guide. I'm gonna do a formations video. Um, some basic tactic videos. Yeah, but all this stuff will have to just be later. All right, let's see. So the biggest danger here going against the ogres, the thing that I'm worried about on Glinty Toof's Crag, not the best map for me. The biggest thing I'm worried about are the stone horns. But if I bring too much to kill stone horns, then I might be in trouble if he doesn't bring one. It's like I could go with Scarbrand. Um, yeah, I mentioned about the AP ratios. So Arbol has 385 and 135, where Skull Taker has 310 and 220. So the ratios are a lot are worse for Skull Taker by a significant amount. Where Scarbrand probably has, yeah, almost the same amount with an extra 100 weapon strength. So, yeah, let's think. I just want to try this guy. Rampage. So two sets of rampages. with Wrathful Reaper. Take off Starter and Current. Bring the Bellow of Endless Fury. Let's just bring the Fueled by Rage as well. Glinty Tooth. Problem with fighting on this map in particular. So 4,700 seems expensive. Yeah, Bombay. Sorry to hear that. Maverick's also going on vacation. Tabith, Nurgle is coming. It's not my next. I think my next is gonna be Vampire Counts, or maybe Bretonia. But I can also throw in Nurgle. I'm not as familiar with Nurgle. I used to play them a lot, but I haven't played them so much since their last patch. So I'll have to think a little harder about that one. Build up is much harder to pull off. Sometimes still people do it, especially Chimbambu is doing build up a lot. And tactics, yeah, I mean, I kind of forget to do tactics too sometimes. Most of the time, it feels like the meta has shifted towards just like capturing points, and then the rest of it is less important. For better, for worse. So I'm gonna bring a Mino here, but I think it's going to be tough to keep alive. What if I bring the Slaughter Brute? Maybe instead of Skyla? We'll bring this one instead. We're gonna bring a little extra mobility. This map is really big. And then probably all the Khorne Gores in this matchup. And then for the rest of it, maybe I'll bring a couple Marauder Horsemen. I mean, I think if I bring another Mino, like I want to bring more Minos, but I kind of suspect that they're going to be shot by, like they're just going to be targets. I wanted to see how these performed into ogres though. Let me see. So it has 38, 28, 140. The pigback riders are supposed to be pretty dangerous, especially the ROR. They don't, it's not that favorable, honestly. Like an Iron Gut has better melee stats and armor. In that case, bring another infantry. And then So contact rampage. All right, and then so if I take you off and put on like a chaos warrior, then I can make this Khorne Gore. I got a 1 on Minotaur. Or I just return this back to I think it's wrong not to bring a second Minotaur. Even though they're going to be shot, I think it's going to be worth it. Now the spend is wrong, but I don't want to bring something expensive here. I'd rather bring... Oh, I can bring another one of those. Okay. Oh, it's right, because I changed this up here. And if you became 750, I could make one more. Is this strategy actually going to work? I have no idea. I feel like I don't have enough killing power here, but it might turn out to be wrong. Okay. Okay. So I want to say that this map is going to favor Ulrich because Ulrich wants to do a lot of skirmishing, and it's not that easy to push up this hill into the third point to put a lot of pressure on. It's possible that I can get away with the dodging, but I haven't played against the new monsters yet. Which are supposed to be pretty dangerous. Okay. All right, so let's see. Let's play the game. Does Scarbrand cause me to lose? Always a fun game. And just move you into the middle before I make up my mind where you go. So this style is pretty uncomfortable for me. Um, I feel like I'm going to be asking myself where my DPS is coming from, but let's see if it just turns out that having wider and then making good picks with the Lord will be enough. Waiting, waiting, waiting. Okay, so we do have Lead Belchers, Slaughtermaster. So the range isn't insane on that. 200 versus the 200 with the Lead Belchers. Ogre Bulls, Piggyback Riders, all Piggyback Riders, okay. I think what I want to do now is just keep. I think I'm going to push the question. All right, so he summoned one there. Don't lose that. Oh, it's the harpoon. Let's see. No, it's too far. Use full capture weight. All right, bring you back. No, let's bring you guys back. Wow, look at how much damage Scarbrand's already taken. Maybe he doesn't know that this one also has a. All right. Let's just get some flesh hounds coming through. Bring Scarbrand back when I can. Bring him back. Bring you back. Yep. All right, bring you over. All right. I'm just gonna hit him with Rage and Fury. Scarbrand is doing very poorly. All right. Come on, fight back, please. All right, let's bring Scarbrand back. All right. That's fine. man-eaters with great weapons. Seems a little problematic. All right, bring you back. I'm gonna preemptively send a Khorne over here. Oh wow, I had one over here the whole time. Are you kidding? All right, well that's gonna be unfortunate. Let's bring you back. You into that. All right. You come back and fight that. We'll go in for another shot, maybe? Let's just try to get a breath attack on you. All right. Now we can bring you around. Just bring you out, please. All right. You guys fight through to the Noblars. All right. You can come here. You come back here. All right. Why is it rampaging in the other direction? Come back here. I think I haven't done enough. Honestly, that's the vibe that I'm kind of feeling here. That I haven't done enough damage to make this like aggressive push worth it. All right, come on, get out of there, Scarbrand. Are those the pigback riders preventing Scarbrand from running through? That's ridiculous. All right, let's get you back. But surely they have pretty bad leadership, right? All right, Scarbrand. What happened to my... All right, you're still there fighting. Then wait for it. All right. What I need is some of these Khorngors to come back, probably. Come here. Yeah, this is just already over. I can't hold the fronts here. GG to Auric. I mean, I think probably the biggest thing that I did wrong here was just fighting uphill into him when yeah, and the pigback riders just seem very strong. Look at that, 1,000 values on one summon. 1,000 on that summon. Yeah, that's pretty ridiculous. But GG Auric. I probably should have switched up the build a little bit. It's just so hard to kill a giant like 9k HP healing monster. Still got 3.3k. How did it do that? What was it? Was it shooting and melee? So only two of them got insane value or got really high value for like a 400 gold unit. Um, yeah, it seems like the only thing that really paid for itself. I mean, the lead belchers paid for themselves too, but the Thunder Tusk, they decreased its melee attack. So how did it get 3.3k value? Yeah, Tabith, I wonder why. They were like preventing Scarbrand from running through. This was kind of the matchup that I was dreading too. I knew that the Thunder Tusks were really strong. Let's just make sure that the round's not already over. Do you fire and it has the chilling aura. Why does it have frostbite on all of its stuff? It's like they decided to give it everything in the game. Uh, because it has a chilling aura and frostbite. So you should be getting really slow. Yep, there's the slow. Oh, maybe that wasn't. 41 melee defense on a 400 or 500 gold unit with 32 and 56 charge bonus is pretty ridiculous. So all of that shooting was just from that was 400 from just the hunter javelin on top. So he gets rampage. Thunder Tusk has 10k HP. Piggyback Riders. So already Scarbrand is down to half. And almost all of it was on the Thunder Tusk. So that was just melee plus the javelins on top. It's secondary missile. It won't tell me about the secondary missile, but okay, I agree that I was told this unit is too strong. I think I see now. Yeah, this is probably a mistake here, like fighting. Well, we're not even fighting on the hill necessarily. Can't believe I forgot this unit in the back. I don't even know how that happened. I'll have to go look back and see how that happened. That would have been nice to have had in the front. The Marauders of KHORNE got like a clean charge on the pigback riders. But they're not they seem to be losing damage somehow. A little friendly fire from lead belchers. Yeah, I mean like this isn't worth it, right? Losing. What's got me disoriented? Oh, that's the pigback riders. Two, three, four. Are pigback riders large units? Small, but they have 180 mass. They have more mass than the corn gores. Disoriented plus frostbite. Why is it not doing the chilling aura? How does this work? So chilling aura, disoriented, frostbite. It's so funny that he just gives it Bull Gorger and it can just like solo the strongest lord in the game. It's because the like health makes such a big difference. So like a 10k monster that's weaker than a like an 8k monster. So Scarbrand's almost 9k, but in his current state. Um, Meanwhile, the Marauders of Khorne just lose to Pigback Riders. That's sad. Quite honestly, like I think if I played this and I just said, I'm not gonna ignore this, but I'm gonna like not really engage with it, I would have been much better. And why did the Ogre Bulls do so well? Maybe they're better than they used to be. Meanwhile, these didn't connect for some reason. They're like not hitting models. All right, they're doing a little bit. The classic unbreakable routing unit at half health. All right, still managed to push through those pigback riders, so at least that's something. Skyla has like basically not been able to hit this. So its base melee attack is 44. And it hasn't used any of its shooting. It's literally just been in melee the whole time and using its secondary shooting. I guess if you never use your primary shooting, does it just have unlimited secondary shooting? This was a bad rampage. Korngor is losing the Ogre Bulls. Yeah, unfortunate. I think maybe bringing the chaff just like couldn't connect with the like if I had brought armor instead of the chaff, maybe this would have been a little better. But the Thunder Tusk just like soloed everything in my army. And then Ogre Bulls did well, Pigback Riders did well. So like basically a lot of the roster field felt a little like overtuned. Surprised Korngors didn't do better into Noblar Trappers. Oh, he got the meat feast, so that gives him vigor too. And Skyla did kind of pay for itself. Should I bring the item? All right, let's just double check. Let's make sure that the thing isn't. All right. So let me see a second. Uh, okay. There's a slight chance that I might play another round, so let's see. So let's see. Son of Heaven and Spartacus Dog are the ones we're waiting for. Park is dropping. All right, we're just being patient here a second. I'll put up the this thing. So let's see. Did they finish their game? Son of Heaven played solo spaghetto. Nuts. B6A6. Spartacus played Navigator. Grombrindle. Okay, so they're out. Drop Kark. Um, so I gotta see how long ago the tournament ended. I think we're gonna do around 5. So let's just check how long ago it was. I might just move them along. All right, so the last round started 40 minutes ago. All right, we're doing one more round. Was he in the... Map is going to be Borderlo. Doing a little bit of dropping. Oh, Stern Guard. Stern Guard told me. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe this backfired. I was eager for people to play more, but seems like not everybody could have. Cart dropped. So my opponent seems not to be here either. Guessing Leech Lord already left. So hold up. This did indeed backfire. Is there a way for me to get an opponent? Um, all right, I'm gonna try to cast a game then. No, I'm just gonna drop Leech Lord. I think he's not playing. Okay. So I'll probably drop Leech Lord and cast this game instead. Oops, shouldn't have done that. All right, Borderlow Landing, big map. Okay, and then I'll drop Leech Lord. And then B6 and Snugglicious can play each other. And all right, so how similar builds do we have? Acquiescence, Seductive Glory, Pavane. Feasting on Fear, Physical Resistance. Right. Acquiescence, Pain, Seductive Glory, Feasting on Fears. Uh, so pretty much the same thing. Actually, these builds are almost identical. Two Hellstriders, two Hellstriders. Um, mostly Marauders, mostly Marauders. Classic mirror stuff. And one Seeker, so one Heart Seeker too. Okay, that's something different. And Via, I think, has instead more infantry. I feel like the funds for Via are fewer somehow. Glamour. Wait, does it always have that? I guess it does. Not crazy, right? Okay, so Via has the Skirm Cav, and Captain Pinchy has the Heartseeker. So we'll see if Via can keep alive with the rampages. Via is definitely playing the more dangerous game with the horsemen, but they're very good. So if you can keep them alive, they'll do a lot of damage. So I think the key, all of this, is to say that the player that's going to win this, in my opinion, is going to be the player that doesn't get rampaged the most. Via letting his opponent take the points right out of the gate, but getting some shots off on the Cav. If he can get some shots on the Heartseekers, would be very good, but you have to be careful not to get rampaged here. And Via is again going for more, a little bit wider. In terms of the quality of the infantry, the spears I like the least. They do have the anti-large, but I don't know. Maybe it's just better to have more, but all right, so the first one is there. Via is kind of baiting the fight on his turf, but this is going to go poorly for Via because sure, you get one right away, but now all of the other dangerous stuff is attacking you, and he gets his first. Oh, that was interesting. Okay, a Seductive Glory out. A Pavane there. This is a good isolation because this is happening kind of on Via's turf. At least one more unit is going to die here. And the Marauder Horseman was a little bit wasted here. Meanwhile, the engaging here with the infantry. But Via's early bringing over of the spears really changed the tide of this. So this first engagement went pretty well for Via. He got a free pick off with the. You do have to be a little careful over chasing because he does still have a second rampage, right? Yeah, still has a second rampage. The other rampage is going to be up soon. Now this is looking a little scary. Maybe potential overextension. One Seeker is chasing a little too far. This is a fun, like, high micro battle. Okay, so there's the Pavane. But there is a Devoted Marauder here still. Nothing really... This is going to take forever to resolve itself, but there is a little bit of an advantage for Captain Pinchy. Big blob here, and Via's... A lot of Via's troops are kind of out of place. Seductive Glory is coming down. But it's the other Seductive Glory. Look how much damage that he got chunked off right away. Casting the Seductive Glory here was pretty clever. A little bit overextended there, but it's all about the Lord. Doesn't matter if you kill this unit. If the Lord dies here, is in trouble. And Via still has Seductive Glory and Pavane up, I think. So if he casts it now, which he should, one of the two. There we go. There's Seductive Glory. This is kind of just turned into one giant hit fight. I give the advantage to Via. Infantry is just doing infantry things over there. Via is just fully committed here. Via does have the Pavane up again, so I think he should be able to cast it here. And it looks like this was a decisive win for Via. I think it had more to do with the location that they fought as opposed to the location that they fought, which was here in Via's back point, where so you could get all of the cav here so quickly. Honestly, Via doesn't even need to kill the Exalted Keeper here, except that because he didn't kill the Exalted Keeper yet, this is going to get a little bit more awkward for him to defend 2 points. We saw that Captain Pinchy was able to easily get around my formation to do, so you probably want to at least leave one spear here. But now you can look at the cav advantages. 2, 3 cav advantages to 1, 3 cav to 1. Via sacrificed a little bit in the melee grind, but the melee is happening so much slower than the cav fights that the melee, even if you win decisively the melee fights here, I think Via will have such a big cav advantage at that point. Also, every engagement gets a lot more risky for Captain Pinchy now. Interesting, the first unit of Fiends is out. Thought it would have been sooner. Both players just looking for rear charges now, where they can get them. I expect another... Yeah, there's the Pavane. Nope, just Acquiescence. These two around. Points are about even. I would say that Via has this now, but it's going to take for sure some technique. Like, it's not so decided. If Via kills the Exalted Keeper relatively soon, okay, then the Heartseekers are out. The internal entourage. If Via manages to kill the Exalted Keeper soon, I think this game will be basically over, but without that, it might be a little tricky to... All right, there's the Pavane. Yeah, upgraded Pavane makes sense so that you can just ensure that... All right, you can just ensure that it has enough time. So 20 more seconds is a ton of time. Now the internal entourage coming through. Both units of Hellstriders over here were kind of killed, so that's what I was saying. It still takes technique. But the fact that the Keeper is dead is probably worth it. Now, a pretty big penalty, leadership penalty. You can see a lot of these are routing already. And every engagement you take, especially with the demonic units, are going to be that much weaker for you. I think this too, with Via going to the back point, I don't even think you need to do that. I think if you just stay close to your infantry, crush the infantry that's here, maybe you try to force an engagement with one of your rampages whenever you get another one. Yeah, you definitely don't need to. You can be patient here if you're Via. And I'm probably looking for summons of infantry now. Basically, my thinking is you're up a lot on value. If you kill the infantry that's there and you solidify your point lead, the mobility advantage is going to be negated. There's a little bit of a mobility advantage, but not a huge one. So he's kind of doing that. He's posting up with the spears now, and then bringing all of the infantry here, or all of the cav to clean up. And don't forget that the Slaanesh gets their lore passive from killing routing units. So it's worth killing as much of these routing units as you can within reason. Backpoint pressure. I think it won't be that impactful because again, Via still has a lot of mobility. Like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 units. But yeah, Via played it well. I think just the initial like speculative Pavane pulling the was it the Cav or the Lord in at the beginning of the fight was pretty clever because it like forces your opponent to engage in an awkward position. And I've seen it happen a lot where the opponent is like not willing to throw away a unit and basically commits all of their forces in an awkward position and then costing them the game. That was a good bait and switch there. Retreat the charge with one. He even did a shift click so that it'll come back. It was a little far away. That's funny. He did that so that he didn't have to micro it. Heart Seekers, yeah, it feels like if you charge in there, it'd probably be more damage. Oh, and then a Narcissism. Man, that hurts. But now you have problems. Seekers are gonna rear charge you. You can kind of see a little bit what I was saying about not like the order of operations here of letting your not just relying on infantry to absorb charges from your opponent, um, because the combination of like even if you have the mobility disadvantage, infantry is usually a little cheaper than cavalry. So you can get bodies on the field, more capture weight, and then you're not really that at risk of not really that. Although he did just decisively win here, so there's no more um, basically no more units on the battlefield for Captain Pinchy. Interesting that the value it says only 1,000 when Captain Pinchy has no units at all. So GG to GG to Via. It was a good. It's always fun watching a like a high paced mirror match. Most mirrors are boring, but the Slanesh mirror match is just like so much fire and fury that it's hard not to get excited. Uh, yeah, that was fun. Good to watch. Okay, now let's see about the semifinals. Okay, so what's the deal? Have I just gotten a bye into being in the semifinals? That'll feel kind of icky. Maybe I would give up my spot. Um, let's see. Oh, it's because I don't have that many points. I should have three. All right. Okay. Let me just see if I messed some things up by dropping people. Scramble deck has three. All right. Now, let's see. Should I do one more? All right, let's just put this up. Okay, so I think I'm actually just gonna call it here because it's getting kind of late, so I don't want to go too long. But thank you everyone for watching. Glad we got to watch an interesting one for the last game. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Look out for the last beginner builds, and then yeah, I'll be posting again and after the New Year's.